Okay, we've already stretched her hip out for about 2 minutes, which is important to start out to let things open up a little bit. And here's what we're gonna do. It's not gonna look like we're doing much, but she's really gonna feel what's happening. I want Kate to keep her front knee dug into the ground. And so she's not gonna let that ride up, but she's going to drive her ankle, kind of that bone on the side of your ankle, into the mat. We're gonna build it up slowly because you don't wanna skip any positions. If you just go from 0 to 100, you're gonna go right to the stuff that's already used to working, and we're trying to get more motor units on board. So we wanna make sure, first of all, that she can generate some power from this range and that she doesn't feel any pain. Pain is always the first checkpoint. Any pain anywhere?
No.
Cool. If you start to drive your ankle into the floor without your knee lifting up, do you feel any pain there?
No.
Okay, do you feel pretty strong here?
Yeah.
Okay, if she didn't, if she was like, I can't generate a lot of power under the ground, I would have her lean out a little bit more until she got to a point that she felt pretty strong, not kind of a weak feeling, right? We have a tennis ball under her front knees. It's just gonna help her keep what we call irradiation. When you're trying to create adaptation in the body, you want to have it be as expensive to the nervous system as possible, which means it's really paying attention, right? We also, the law of radiation also means that you're gonna be able to generate more power because it says that if we have some muscles engaged here, it's going to help everything else that's touching that muscle and so on and so forth act in a stronger manner. So we're gonna irradiate by making fists, driving her front knee into the ground, all that stuff. And we're gonna get full body tension. The nervous system's really paying attention before we even get started with this pressure. I'm gonna tell Kate to ramp up to her count of 20, which means the first 5 seconds, we're just going to barely push into the ground. Because remember, I don't want to go too fast, so we're going to say, let's pretend that you're trying not to break an egg, but you're trying to hold it in place, or whatever works for you in that respect. I come up with weird analogies for this stuff all the time. All right, so, or you can also think like, how lightly would I have to go if I was just applying 1 cell of pressure at a time for the first 5 seconds? Then we're going to keep building up pressure for the rest of the 20 seconds. I'm going to ask her to hold that top pressure for 10, which is going to be really fun for Kate. All right, and then we're going to let it out. One other thing I need you to practice before we get started is called a 4-8 breath. Basically, it just means your exhale is about twice as long as your inhale, and it gets the quickest way to a parasympathetic nervous state. So we're going from really ramped up to relaxing and letting the nervous system be really calm in between. So we're going to do 3 sets of pushing to the ground for 20, holding for 10, and then relaxing. We tested this out before, and I thought it seemed like about 3 to 4 breaths of the long exhale before it felt like Kate was relaxed enough to go into the next round. So that's what we're gonna do, okay? Let's do it. Okay, Kate, so full body irradiation first. You can take a nice deep breath, tighten up your abs, feel that start to ride out through your shoulders, start to squeeze your muscles here, make everything really tight. Good, gripping your elbow in at your side. We're making sure your wrist and the other hand is in a comfortable position, but you can grip the floor there. She's pushing down hard through this, and everything is solid as a rock, okay? Now, I'm going to give her a little feedback. If you don't have a person here, just trust yourself to press into the ground. I just want to feel what she's doing. Or you could even put something light underneath your ankle to press into. Ready? And we're going to do that really baby pressure first for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can start to ramp up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold for 10. Harder. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2. Give me all you got. 1. Start to let it out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Long exhale. In. Everything relaxes, but she's not changing the position is very important. Your nervous system needs to know that this range that you just worked hard in is safe. And if you're not able to relax, you need to change your position. It's really important to feel stable. Okay. One more, let's go. And round 2. First, I want her to irradiate the body. So everything gets tight. She's squeezing your butt, everything here. She's squishing the tennis ball. Everything's glued on tight. You see if you can find any more tension in your shoulders. Good. And baby pressure first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Starting to get harder. 15, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Crush my hand. 19, 20. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, squeeze more here, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, start to relax. And you want to let that out slowly too, not just a sudden relaxation. You're letting it out for maybe a 3 count. She's doing her nice easy breaths, calming everything down, slow exhale through the mouth. 2 more of those. And we have 1 more set of this, and then we're going to do what we call rails. This is called a PAILS. It's a progressive angular isometric load. She's trying to increase the angle down, and then we're going to try to decrease the angle of her hip by bringing it up. Okay, last one. And we're going to do the other side. And nice breath, belly tight, squish the tennis ball, full body. Soft thresher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, crushing, 11, 12, drive through, 13, 14, we're not losing this knee on the ground, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, hold for 10, almost there, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let it out slowly, 2, 1, breathe, slow, inhale, exhale. While Kate's doing her relaxing breath, the next thing that we're going to do is just like we did with the yoga block, except we're in this position. We're going to keep that knee driven into the floor, and then we're going to pull the heel off of the ground. Okay. Okay, so we just worked really hard on opening up access to the range by going into external rotation so that we can increase internal rotation. Trust me, this is how this works. Alright, so what we're going to have Kate do is going to be just like we did with the yoga block before. Her knee's going to stay in place and she's going to pivot to try to get her heel off the ground. If she was upright, it would be swinging out to the side. So we're going to try to make everything nice and solid, just like we did with trying to do the progressive angular load into the ground. So that we only get the motion from the spot that we want to get it from, okay? So Kate's going to increase all of her tension everywhere. She's pushing down into the ball, she's squeezing everything tight, she's doing a nice little monitoring hand in her pelvis here, which I'd recommend if you're doing this at home, okay? And we're going to do 10-second holds for this. So she's going to make everything tight first, squeeze on. Now, try to lift your heel off the floor without rotating the pelvis and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down with control. Good. You're seeking cramps here. If you do get a cramp, you get I5 if I see you, but you also are just getting neuromuscular confusion because your body doesn't really know what to do with the range yet. It means that you're opening up the stuff that we're looking for, okay? So you want to push as hard as you can. If you do get a cramp, try to stay with it and get back on the horse as quickly as possible if you do come out. You want to try not to panic and just like, oh, shake it out and stuff, because then you're not going to eventually feel safe in the range. I promise they're going to go away soon. Okay, so deep breath, full body tight. Squeeze this first, think about where you want the motion to come from, and pull off the ground, get as much as you can. Hold for 10, 9, keep fighting for more the whole time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, sit down with control. Good. The sitting down with control is hard. Alright? So this time we're not doing no noise, alright? Pretend there's a baby in the room you really don't want to wake up, okay? So we got one more. Grip onto the ground strong with your fingertips. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Crush that tennis ball. Everything's on fire. Think of where you want the motion to come from. Everything gets tight first. You're pre-tensioning everything. Then go. And 10, 9. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. More. 3, 2. Hold. 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 Down with control. We could have done easily, especially if you're feeling really stressed with this. This is very neurologically demanding. Doing those easy breaths in between those sets would be perfectly fine too, okay? So let's do a couple of retests. One of them was we have the block next to her, so she's going to try to lift her heel off of the ground again and see where we are. Now, I don't expect a huge difference every session, right? But this is a really nice difference. We had her toes coming up with whoever block before. We didn't have the heel. Now we've cleared all the way. There we go, good. And knee into chest. Good, beautiful flat back there. She's squeezing tight and knee out to the side. Look at how flat that back is. It's awesome. Keep the knee in place and start to bring the heel to the sky. This is the tough part. This is the internal rotation. Good. And then she's going to bring it all the way back into extension, again, keeping a nice flat back. If you weren't sure about this, or if you had any trouble, I would have you put up against the wall, which is awful because it makes you not allowed to cheat. All right. But thanks so much, Kate. Really good work. And we'll see you guys again soon.